Day 88 of the Daily Stoic. Cowardice as a design problem. Quote, life without a design is erratic. As soon as one is in place, principles become necessary. I think you'll concede that nothing is more shameful than uncertain and wavering conduct, and beating a cowardly retreat. This will happen in all our affairs unless we remove the faults that seize and detain our spirits, preventing them from pushing forward and making an all-out effort. Seneca, Moral Letters 95.46. The opposing team comes out strong, establishes an early lead, and you never had time to recover. You walk into a business meeting, are caught off guard, and the whole thing goes poorly. A delicate conversation escalates into a shouting match. You switched majors halfway through college and had to start your coursework over and graduate late. Sound familiar? It's the chaos that ensues from not having a plan. Not because plans are perfect, but because people without plans, like a line of infantrymen without a strong leader, are much more likely to get overwhelmed than fall apart. The Super Bowl winning coach Bill Walsh used to avoid this risk by scripting the beginning of his games. If you want to sleep at night before the game, he said in a lecture on game planning, have your first 25 plays established in your own mind the night before that. You can walk into the stadium and you can start the game without that stress factor. You'll also be able to ignore a couple of early points or a surprise from your opponent. It's irrelevant to you. You already have your marching orders. Don't try to make it up on the fly. Have a plan. You know what's so fascinating to me is that the title of this chapter is Cowardice as a Design Problem. What basically saying, and what Seneca said, if you listen to what Seneca said, is that basically if you don't have a plan, you're a coward. That's kind of terse. That's kind of rough. I think I'm going to have to unpack this a little bit. How is it that if you don't have a plan for your life, you're a coward? I think it's pretty easy if you're sitting on it. It's pretty easy. If you don't have a plan for your life, you have conceded. You have allowed fate and the world to take control of the greatest machine that you will ever control. It's this body. It's this bag of flesh meat that you have. You have a conscience. You have a soul. You have the ability to make this flesh bag move and do amazing things. It is cowardice to not command this amazing machine to its utmost. And I've tweeted about this actually before, is that it is sad when a man or woman does not live and to know their potential. It is absolutely, it's sadness. It is depressing. It is a life unlived when a man or woman never sees their potential or never pushes themselves to the point where they can see what they're capable of. What an extraordinary unveiling. What an extraordinary opportunity in life to have that moment when you are long and gray and your days are done. And you can look back and you could say, man, I can't do it now, but I took the chance back in when I was 40, back when I was 30, back when I was 50, back when I was 60. It's never too late, except when you're in your twilight years. But dadgummit, I think I agree unpacking this idea. Absolutely. Cowardice is a design problem. People who don't have their lives planned or don't have a plan for their life, goals to achieve, things to experience, things to build, you're a coward. You haven't taken this flesh bot, this body of meat and muscle and sinew, blood, and you haven't taken this God-given machine of self-healing. It self-heals. Like, I drive these cars. These cars don't self-heal. I gotta pay for that shit. But this thing self-heals. Now I gotta feed it food and everything, but you understand. Like, this thing is a remarkable machine, and it is cowardice to not use it to its fullest. So let that sink in today, MetaFam. I'll see you in Discord.